Hello chess lovers, today I'm here with a perfect game played between Daniel Dubov and Irakli Bradze in round 7 of the Europe Championship, and this game is prove us why we need to be active in the chess games. And let's see what happens in the chessboard. And before I started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe our channels, and let's push it to 100 subscribers. And thank you so much for your hard supports. So let's see. In this game, Bradze played with the white pieces and opened the game with the e4, and Daniel Dubov responded with c5, Sicilian Defense, knight f3, and now e6. We have the French variations in the Sicilian Defense: d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, and now bishop d3, knight c6, knight takes c6, b takes c6, and he can't simply play d5 in any moves. Anyway, castle by Bradze, e5, c4, kind of stopping the d5 ideas, but anyway, bishop e7, he want to castle in the next move, knight c3, castle by Dubov, bishop e3, d6, and now f3. f3 with idea to stop the knight from g4 and kind of exchanging with the dark square bishops. Anyway, e6, queen c2, and now knight h5, queen d2, and now knight f4. What white can do in these positions? So knight on f4, it's kind of threat, but in these positions he must do rook d1, and then if h6 happens, rook f e1, and now like if bishop h4 happens, like g3 and so on. But in these positions, what he done, it's kind of mistake, because he exchanging the bishop and the knight for a pawn, for extra pawn. But it's kind of mistake because now black has two bishops battery, and it's kind of going to be hard for white to continue. Anyway, king h1, rook b8, and now rook a b1, defending pawn, after bishop g5, and what he could have do. In this position, Daniel Dubov could have attacked the pawn on the king side, and he had kind of g5, and thanks to better of the bishops, after g3, f takes g3, h takes g3, and now h5, it could have been a good attack for Daniel Dubov. But anyway, he considered to do rook a bishop g5 first, rook f d1, and now queen a5, kind of deactivating the queen, and now bishop f1, rook f rook f d8, queen e1, and now queen e5, kind of pressuring on the knight after like sacrificing the rook. It could have been happen in the board. Anyway, b3, bishop f6, now pressuring on the knight, rook b, c1, and now h5. Daniel Dubov trying to do some pawns attack on the king side, knight e2, and now g6, queen d2. It's kind of going the normal, but it's what is matter is to be activating the piece in the best way possible. Knight d4, rook b c8, and now he could have pushed like c4, c5 in the future. And let's see what white can do about this. In these positions, white simply can do rook c3, and after like queen takes d4 and exchanging the queens, like rook takes d4, king f8 and king g1 is kind of drawish game. But in these positions he played b4, and there is so much difference in these positions. Daniel Dubov exchanging the queens, and now he pushed c5. As you guys can see, there is a lot of difference in these positions, and now Daniel Dubov's pieces is super active, and as you guys can see, this bishops and this rook is doing nothing in these positions. And what he can do, like pushing the rook on d2 after c takes b4, a3, b takes a3, and now a2 to grab this pawn. It's kind of good positions for black, but white could have handled, and he could have be draw with a good playing. But anything can be draw with a good playing. But in these positions, Boradze captured the pawn, and then he played rook d3 to kind of, after exchanging the rooks, he could have activate his bishops, but it's too late for that. Rook takes d3, bishop takes d3, rook d8 attacking the bishop, rook c3, and now king g7. It's too important. In the end game, you must be activated your king in the end game, and it's so important. King g7, king g1, and let's see which king is going to be faster. King f6, rook a3, king e5, king f2, and now rook b8, bishop e2, rook b2, pinning the bishops, king f1, rook c2, kind of trying to take the pawn, rook takes a7. Guys and friends, there is kind of rule in the chess, and it says the activity more important than materials. And in these positions, taking the pawn kind of make a passed pawn, but it doesn't matter, because in these positions he could have played like rook a4 and kind of defending the pawn. And after rook takes a7, king d4, and this pawn is falling, and after that this pass pawn is so much closer and so much powerful than a pawn. And a4, and as I said, in these positions like rook a3, and after rook c1 check, king f2, and bishop takes c4, kind of he could have handled it. But anyway, after d4 he played pawn a4 and king e3 in these positions on move 38. Let me see his name again. Erakel Brazze resigned the game because there is nothing to do against this super active king and these monsters. So what can he do? Like pushing bishop on d1, and after bishop takes c4 check, king g1 and rook c1, this bishop is falling, and after like h3, rook takes d1 check, and game is over. Or he could have kind of play, let's see, and after that kind of playing h3 and resigning, getting checkmate in the couple next move. So thank you so guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you guys in the next video in the future. Take care.